Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. It seems like we have a little bit of beef going on in the bodybuilding world between Iain Valliere and Blessing Awodibu. Now, I was going to let this slide under the radar, but a couple of you guys in the comments actually wanted me to cover this, and I did a poll on my Instagram over at One Go Fitness, and it was overwhelming about the amount of people that wanted me to talk about this. So here we are. First and foremost, huge shout out to the Instagram account Buys and Tries for this image. They do a great job at covering all bodybuilding news on Instagram. Blessing Awodibu said Brandon Curry is going to win one more title, I think, this year. What's going to happen this year is they're going to throw me right there in between Brandon Curry and Big Ramy. Now, we actually talked about this in one of my news videos, and a lot of you guys had a lot to say about this. You guys said that he was dreaming. Now, this is what started to be between him and Iain. Iain will comment under this and say size is still king. If you want to be small and pretty, then go to classic. Now, I have seen a couple other platforms put out the initial argument between Blessing and Iain, but in this video, I actually want to talk about a different argument I don't think anyone has covered yet. Now, Iain Valliere actually put up a post, and he just said, what do you guys think? No animosity towards Iain Valliere at all. And as you guys know from this competition, a lot of people were siding with Antoine, especially from behind. He has a lot more detail as well as bigger calves. And guess who was the first person to come over to the comment section and give their opinion on Iain Valliere? Of course, it was Blessing Awodibu. So Blessing said, this not even close. You smoked this dude. Zero back details, just size. That's why he thinks bodybuilding is all about size now. And even when it comes to size, you make him look like a child. And where's the calves on this guy? Now Iain responds, you're about as good as a judge as you are a bodybuilder. No wonder your physique looks like a child made it out of Play-Doh. Now, that was pretty funny coming from Iain Valliere, I have to admit. But at that Vancouver show, Iain definitely wasn't showing a lot of separation. As we seen from a couple of days out, though, Iain's legs were very separated. I think he just has a problem with the mind-muscle connection. But once again, Iain is a top 10 Olympian, actually top 7 twice. Blessing Awodibu hasn't even been to the Olympia stage. Kinda out of your league to be arguing with Blessing, in all honesty. And of course, that would just be the start of this argument. So Blessing will follow up with, back in the early 2000s, your physique wouldn't even make top 50. There's a difference between you and I. You're just a meathead and I'm a piece of art. Then he says, blah, 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 you still getting smoked at the Olympia, Mr. Number 7. Now, Blessing makes fun of Iain for being number 7 at the Olympia. Blessing, you have not seen the Mr. Olympia stage. And even all of the top experts that are predicting Blessing at this show, no one has him placing higher than top 10. That's taking nothing away from him. That's just being honest. Now, I'm guessing this last statement from Blessing made Iain quite a bit mad because he went all in. A piece of art, maybe Picasso, with your wide ass, chunky obliques, and spider legs. One guy who makes me feel great about my calves. You're living in a dreamland trying to stay relevant and everyone sees through it. You can sell this bull to uninformed fans, but no bodybuilder worth his salt think anything of you. Whoa. That's a little tough, Iain. That's a little tough. So continue on Iain just dismantling Blessing. I'm tried and tested at every level. You're a silly new kid who wants to be loud and relevant. We are not the same and never will be. So if it helps you to sleep at night or say to yourself you're something you're not, go for it. But no one with a brain is buying this delusion BS. What do you guys think about this statement? That is very, very harsh coming from Iain Valliere, I can't admit. But it's honest, guys. No one thinks Blessing is going to come into this year's Mr. Olympia and win. No one really thinks he's going to be between him, Big Ramy, and Brandon Curry, except for him and George Farrell. And as I said in my comment section, George Farrell probably already has him writing up his Mr. Olympia winning speech. Now, Blessing is an incredible bodybuilder, and I'm not talking down on him. But Blessing, if you're going to talk like this, you're going to receive some of it back. And Iain Valliere is definitely enjoying this. And I'm enjoying it as well, guys. Let's keep going. So Iain Valliere will follow that statement up with, if you actually believe the words that come out of your own mouth, I worry more about your mental health than anything. But I don't think you do. I think it's all just an act to grow your following, get engagement, be in a conversation. You go home every night and know you're nowhere near any top guy. Once again, a little bit harsh, but an honest statement. And something else, guys, I like this a little bit more because this feels authentic. We know we've seen Blessing and Nick go back and forth, but we all know this fake, guys. We all know that they're great friends. We all know that they train together. But Iain doesn't really care, you know. This seems to feel a little bit more real and authentic. So back to Blessing. I've been knocked dead by everyone. The boogeyman never shy away from anything. I rose from the dead. You dealing with a zombie. 20 weeks, baby. Now let me know in the comment section below, how many of you guys believe that Blessing Awodibu is going to be center stage right in between Big Ramy and Brandon Curry? And back to Iain Valliere, referring to yourself in third person with your schizophrenic alter ego boogeyman. Maybe I was right with the mental joke. Yeesh, your IQ and bodybuilding ability are on par, at least below average. I think I messed it up a little bit, but this doesn't look too good for Blessing Awodibu, man. If I was Blessing, I would just bag out the argument, put my phone down. I think I'd go train for a while, man, because I'm competing with a bodybuilder that has competed on a stage multiple times that I just earned my ticket to this year. It's just my personal take on that, guys. And it just keeps getting better and better. Blessing Awodibu, you acting like you didn't buy Indie Pro live stream or New York Pro. Put your money on it, I smoke you at the O. Iain responds, you're literally not in the same stratosphere. This is embarrassing for you. Blessing, I told you in my last slide, you should have just bagged out. You should have put your phone down. Actually, you should have called Kai Green. See if you could have won a train with Kai, see if he could help you bring those hamstrings up. Because this just isn't going your way, man. Iain says, I don't need to bet money. My Olympia check will be 15 times yours. I'll get my payday and you'll get the 4K everyone outside of the top 15 gets. That's tough, man. Blessing, this year's Mr. Olympia, if you don't come in and place at least top 10, it's not going to be looking good at all, my guy. I hope you're not on the sideline looking at everyone's glutes. And we're actually getting to the end of this, guys. I'm not going to go through every single comment, just the ones that I found to be funny. So Blessing responds, bro, be honest. There's a chance I beat you at the O. You should go to church and pray to God for some courage. The boogeyman is coming for you, and you have no place to hide. Blessing is definitely full of confidence, man. He's coming to this year's Mr. Olympia with a full head of steam. I'm glad that him and George Farrell believe, I'm glad that they're believers. Iain responds, no, there's literally no chance, and I don't even take this seriously. It's like a little kid thinking they can beat their dad in something. And these are the last two comments we're going to look at where Blessing responds to Iain. Okay, Dad, I'll see you soon. Iain says, no, you won't. You will be in the fourth call out with your sloppy, goofy physique. You'll be watching my glutes from the side just like you did Nick's last year. Overall, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. Drop a like on the video because it definitely took a lot of editing. What do I think about this whole situation? Blessing, you should probably go argue with James Hollingshead, maybe Patrick Moore. Personally, I don't think you should be arguing with anyone in the top 10. Now, it is a little bit funny between him and Nick, but I can agree at a point it gets irritating, and I'm honestly glad that Iain Valliere had this little back and forth with him. Blessing lost this by far. Blessing, at this year's Mr. Olympia, if you don't come into the top 10, there's going to be a lot of videos coming out about you, and they aren't going to be very good. This isn't the typical content for the channel, but you guys wanted me to cover this, and I just have to be 100% honest with what I see. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's it. I'm out.